for the girls watching this, I want you to remember to hold space for yourself, show up for yourself, honor yourself, and celebrate yourself every single day.
I'm Danny.
And I'm Tiff.
And this is
BosSIS,
where ambition meets sisterhood.
And you hear real stories from boss women in leadership and business.
The highs, the lows, and everything in between.
Every boss has a story, so let's get into it. So I am so excited for you guys to meet our next guest. Please take out your pen, your paper, your notebook, and get ready to take some notes because she is about to drop some real life gems on us.
Yes.
I would like to welcome the one, the only Wellness Jawn. Welcome to our podcast.
I'm so excited to be here.
So what I want you to do is I want you to tell the people who you are, what you do, what your platform is. Tell us who you are.
And what makes you the Wellness Jawn.
Yeah.
No pressure.
No pressure.
No pressure. So first off, my name is Tajiah. I've decided these days I'm going by my first name.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's where I'm at right now.
That's giving energy.
Tajiah, you know what I mean? I'm at that age now where it's like, you're going to call me my first name.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But usually, if you my friends, I let people call me Taj. Something about the J and the I in my name, it trips people's up.
Okay.
They don't usually get it right, so I say, my name is Taj, like the Taj Mahal.
Right.
All right.
And then they don't forget me.
Right.
So she's the Taj Mahal. My career is I am a registered nurse.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, girl.
Yes. I've been a nurse for 9 years, and I cannot believe it. Like, the time is flying.
It really is. Wow.
Yeah. I feel like I literally just graduated from college. And I feel on the internet, the girls call me the Wellness Jawn.
Okay.
I am a wellness girly. I put on events. I host experiences for the girls to come celebrate themselves. I encourage everybody to like elevate themselves to be the best girls that they can be.
Right.
And then I post content to help the girls get inspired during their wellness journey.
Love that.
Because sometimes we all just need somebody to push us, you know, and give us just that tea to help you keep going every single day. So she's the Wellness Jawn.
So I follow your page. First of all, I know you personally, but I love your page and I love your content. And one of the things that I like the most about your content is that wellness is a big picture. A lot of the times when we hear wellness, we think of diet and exercise, but we leave out the mental health part.
Yeah.
And one thing that I love about your platform is you address a lot of mental health things. Even for myself, there are times where I watch your platform and I'm like, oh, shoot, dang, she's right. You know, this is what I need. This is what I needed to hear in that moment. So tell us about your journey. Tell us how you decided to cross over from registered nursing to the wellness journey.
So to be very honest with you, I feel like maybe about 2 or 3 years ago, a couple of years ago, I was really struggling, struggling in my life. And I didn't really know that I was struggling per se, because I feel like on paper, I was what you consider successful, right? I have a good career. I was like young, I was living my life, but I just felt so much uneasiness on the inside. I feel like I was dealing with anxiety. I was dealing with depression. And like, I was just like irritated all the time. I could not figure out like, on paper, I'm supposed to be happy.
Right.
But like, I'm miserable. I am suffering in my own life. So one day I was just thinking, I just woke up one day and I was like, you know, I deserve better. I have to figure out what it is that is causing me so much unhappiness. So I just had an honest conversation with myself. And then I was like, okay, now that I know what's going on, I need some help. I need some help. So
that's the thing that we've talked about on our episode before is in our community.
Yeah.
You know, some people think that asking for help means like there's something like wrong with you or, you know, and it's like, no, like it's okay to, are you referring to therapy?
I'm definitely referring to therapy.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. But go ahead. You can talk about it.
Yeah. Cause I feel like, you know, we can talk to our girlfriends, right? But it wasn't really something that I was able to explain to my friends because they probably wouldn't understand that something was wrong with me. Because, like, I'm usually an upbeat person. I'm smiling all the time. So even when I tell people this story, like, telling them the time, they're like, no, I was there with you.
Right.
Like, I'm looking at this picture of you.
Right.
That's just can't be true. And I'm like, you have no idea. Like, when I went home, I was struggling, crying every single day. And I just felt like I felt doomed. I felt doomed.
And
So
nobody saw that.
nobody saw it.
Because we show up and we're, we smile and people think that, oh, like you said, like your life is so perfect, or because we show what we want people to see.
Absolutely.
Right.
So then you go home, you're by yourself.
Yeah. And then I end up finding a therapist, and I know that like God brought us together because we've been locked in ever since.
Wow.
Because I know sometimes also it's hard to find a therapist that can really connect with you.
Right.
But I have somebody who looks like me.
Right.
Yes.
So she understood what I was saying when I'm, using our slang and all of that. I didn't have to.
Did you find her on the first attempt, or did you have to go through like multiple therapists to find the right person?
I found her on the first attempt.
Oh,
That's how I
gosh.
knew that it was like aligned for
That's
us
amazing.
to like,
That's good.
for us to connect.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
But I do want to say, just if you don't find the person on the first attempt, don't stop trying.
Yeah.
Because I did that, right?
Yeah.
I remember it was the summer. I went through therapy for Black girls, I think it was called.
Okay.
And the first attempt, it didn't go well.
Right.
And I was like, man, the hell with this. Like, I'm not doing it.
Right.
But I don't want anyone else to do what I did. Keep going. Because everybody's not going to have the experience that Tajiah had, which is amazing that you were able to find it on the first try. So
Right. Do you mind talking to us more about your therapy journey? Not like in detail about what you were dealing with, but just what that journey looked like for you from start to finish, how you regulated your emotions and things like that.
So when I first started going to therapy, she recommended that I go 2 times a week. So I said, "Oh Lord." I said,
enough time.
"You
I'm
are in
in intensive
trouble."
care.
I'm like, I'm in trouble. And I did what she told me to do, because as soon as I got on the phone with her, I started crying. So I was like, at first we were like on Zoom because this was during COVID. And it was just like, in the beginning, I felt like I was trying to pin what I was going through on like, I guess, surface level things, right? Like, oh, my job is making me upset, or I had a hard day at work, and like, that's why I'm, feeling like this. But she really helped me discover and deep dive into, it was like years of trauma that I was carrying day to day. I'm talking about to my teenage years, like to all the way when I was like a child. And I had no idea that this is what's affecting me. This is why I feel like I'm on the side of the road somewhere. So when she said we need to talk 2 times a week, I had to pay her the money because I needed to talk to her twice a week.
Right.
So it was and also I feel like every week I was learning more and more about myself. It was introducing me to myself, and that was comforting too.
Right.
Yeah, that was comforting too, because I also was feeling like an identity crisis. I was doing the thing where I was identifying myself with what I did. She's a nurse. But that's not who I am. That's not who Tajiah is.
Right.
So it's like, I'm young, I'm 24, I'm 25, and I'm supposed to be getting it, but it's like, I don't know who I am.
Wow.
Like, and it does not feel good. And I'm somebody that I can't fake the funk for too long. Like, I can't keep operating like that. I want to know like why I'm here, and like, I don't know, I'm somebody like, I have to have a purpose. So that's why I'm like, let me continue on this therapy journey. And like I said, every week I was just discovering new things about myself, things I liked, things I didn't like, things that I really needed to work on. And then, like I said, I'm still going to therapy to this day, because also therapy is not like a linear thing.
Right.
So it's like, I feel like I'm working with my therapist, and I'm like, oh, I thought I got over that. And then it's like, now they circle back, and I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on? I thought I worked through that, but life happens. Again, I'm still continuing to grow as a person, as a human being, and we just need the support of talking to a professional. Because they know what they're talking about. They have the tools. Because like I said, it's good for us to talk to our girlfriends, but sometimes they're going to tell me what I want to hear.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or not hold you accountable for the things you need to be held accountable for.
Yeah.
And
sometimes I'll be
you
wrong.
You mentioned that you pay for it, right? So some people are blessed that they can get therapy and it's covered by their insurance. But the fact that you said that you pay for it, you're investing in yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
And that needs to be a priority.
It does.
Because we spend money on what we want to spend money on, but when it comes to our mental health, it's like, I don't want to spend money on that.
Right.
But look what the outcome is when you invest in yourself.
Absolutely. It definitely has brought me like so much happiness. Like I always say, like it has changed the trajectory of my entire life. Because it's like, I'm looking back and like I was such a sad girl and just like very unhappy, just very like depressed. And I can't imagine like getting older and not dealing with those things that I was dealing with. But that also sometimes I see women and I see the old me in them, and I'm like, oh my goodness, boo-boo. Like,
Right,
now I'm
it's
able
okay.
to,
Right, yeah.
to identify, you know, those kind of things in other women, which helps me, like, leads me to why I do the workshops and all of that. Because it's like, I wanna help you because I see the old me in you, and I know that you just need a hug.
Yeah. Just need a hug.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's really awesome, Taj.
Yeah.
I think that one thing that I really heard you say is that therapy doesn't have a start and a stop point. A lot of the times we go into therapy and we'll say, oh, I did that already, or I'm done. You know, what can you say to the female that is in therapy and is thinking about calling it quits?
Calling it quits. I say think about your future self, or really just think about where you are now, and just think about who you want to be, right? And usually it takes a lot of inner work. That's another thing people don't talk about. It takes a lot of work and commitment to yourself to do the work. Because that's another thing. The therapist, she'll give you homework. She'll say, I want you to think about this. I want you to reflect. I want you to do journal. And in the beginning, like I said, I wasn't following all the directions. So I wasn't doing what she told me to do, which is why I had to be there 2 days. Because I was resistant. I was like, oh, I need help. So I'm here with you, but I wasn't doing
the work.
Doing the actual work.
Yeah.
So I would say to the young lady, like, just continue to do the work and show up for yourself. If you want to be the best version of yourself, you have to keep going, because the best version of yourself is on the other side of whatever you're afraid to confront. And that's all it is. It's like fear.
Right.
It's fear.
How do you break down the walls of actually being honest with your therapist? I've always believed that a therapist can't help you unless you're honest with them.
True.
How do you break those walls down?
This is a stranger.
That's why I said I like that my therapist, she looked like me.
Okay.
Because sometimes I would be telling her stuff and she would be like, let me stop you right here, girlfriend. And I would lean forward. Hold on. You know what I mean? And then she would say, you know, kind of give me a prompt. And then I would say, I don't have, out of all of the people in the world, I don't got a lot of you. I can lie to everybody else, but I'm paying you to be here. So
Right.
I don't have to lie to you. So let me be honest with you, because you're the only one really that can, like, help me. So it's no need to lie to the therapist, because you're not going to get anywhere. It's not adding up.
Right.
Yeah. It's
I
not
love
adding
that.
up.
So you say you throw events for the girls.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
Yes. So I have workout sessions, because movement is very important. You know, we got to keep the body tight. Everybody's trying to get in their 2T this summer.
Yes. 2T.
I also have wellness workshops where we just kind of recharge. We have healing conversations. It's just a nice time for sisterhood and community.
Love that.
Yes. I also had a celebration brunch. This is near and dear to my heart.
I remember this.
It was so beautiful. It was such a nice event, Taj.
Yes.
You need to have another one.
I know.
But go ahead, talk about it.
I know. So it was important for me to get the girls in the room to celebrate themselves.
Right.
I feel like, you know, we're always doing. We're always having an achievement. So for us, it kind of feels, or I know sometimes for me, sometimes I don't celebrate the small wins or even the big wins, because sometimes it feels like this is just what we're supposed to be doing. So I had to have a conversation with myself, and I'm like, no, girl, we have to celebrate ourselves, because if you don't celebrate yourself,
Who will?
Who will?
who will? So that led me to put on a celebration brunch, and the girls came and we vibes and we had a toast and we cheered for ourselves, and it was very impactful.
Nice.
It was.
Yes.
Nice.
I found that at the brunch, we can talk about the brunch a little bit. I found at the brunch, one of the most memorable moments was when you had people talk about imposter syndrome and how people often have imposter syndrome and are afraid to talk about themselves.
Yeah.
And you actually put people on the spot and you made them tell who they are, what they do. And for me, I told you I spoke super uncomfortable, but it was a moment of clarity for me. It was a moment where I got to actually say, well, dag, you kind of decent. You know what I mean? And I had no idea. So thank you for that.
Yeah. And that again was the point of the brunch, because people don't know, like, girl, you T.
Yes.
You everything.
Yes.
Until you start saying it out loud and you're like listing all of these accomplishments and you like, wait a minute, I did those.
Yep.
Those things belong to me.
Yep.
So it's just a moment, a movement for the girls to say, I'm here, I'm taking up space, and I'm celebrating myself.
Love that. Love it.
Yeah.
Do you have anything new coming up? Anything that you want to share with your followers, our followers? What's new with the Wellness Jawn?
Yes. So I am a retreat host. The name of my retreat is Girl Come Home.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, so it is an invitation inviting the girls back to yourself, to return back to, loving yourself, pouring into yourself, showing up for yourself. And I felt that this was important because, the world is the world and life, it just keeps lifing.
Right.
And I find if we don't create moments of stillness for ourselves, we're never going to find them.
Yes.
So I wanted to create an intentional environment where the girls gather, right? Because community, again, is big. And we just take a moment and we just recharge ourselves. We have those healing conversations. We do some self-care. We do some soul care. And then, of course, we're going to celebrate ourselves. And, the girls live for elevation. So that's what I'm most proud about, is calling the girls home. Again, this is an invitation to return to ourselves.
Yes, it sounds like an experience.
Yes, and it's a weekend of a beautiful experience. So it's like, girl, when you talk to you're talking to your friends, it's like, girl.
I'm excited. For
Girl,
you. That's
girl,
awesome.
come home.
Who is your audience? Like, who are the girls? Who are the girls? Who is this retreat for?
This is for the girls who, you're ready to do the work on yourselves. You're looking for a different experience. You are looking for a moment to recharge. You're looking for something a little bit different. This is not like the turn up type of event. This is a moment of clarity. This is a moment of luxury. This is a moment of stillness. And then it's our moment.
Nice.
So I'm looking for the girls that you're ready to do the work with me.
Yes. Awesome. So we talked about the retreat. We talked about this experience that you're creating. But let's bring it back to the BosSIS side. Tell me what it took to actually get this retreat in place. I'm excited to know because this is a big deal. So I want to know your steps you took. What are some of your trials that you're facing going through this process?
I'm sorry.
I did too much. Too much.
But not just the retreat, her platform.
Her platform.
Okay.
And action.
So you talked about the retreat. You've talked about your platform. But I want to bring it back a little bit to the BosSIS side of things, right? Tell us a little bit about your journey in becoming a boss because you have made yourself a boss just through your platform.
Yes.
And it's really amazing to watch. And I know people want to know, how did you do it?
That's such a good question. I would say being consistent.
Yes.
Being authentic as well. I would say for my platform, it really kind of just came to be by me showing up every day as myself. And I feel like that is the key takeaway and like why people can relate to me, why they love me, right? Because I would say I'm not going to say I'm not the average wellness girly, but something about what I'm doing, the messages that I'm sending is really relating to people because I look just like them and I'm giving them the advice that I'm wish that somebody would give to me, but I'm also living it.
Yes.
And that's what the people, they like. They like that I'm out here, I look just like them, and I am doing the work because it encourages them that, girl, you can get up the next day and you can try and do this too.
I agree.
Yeah, I also have males sometimes. Sometimes I shock myself. I have males come up to me and say like, I saw your message. Keep
For
going.
real?
We're watching it too.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that's what also like inspires me to like keep going because I'm like, oh, this is bigger than me.
People are watching.
People are watching.
Yes.
Yeah, and this is just something that started with me and something for myself. So that knowing that is like, okay, I have to keep going because this is bigger than me and this is impactful and people need this.
Yeah.
This is the positivity that people need.
And I'm glad you touched on being your authentic self because that is what makes you relatable. Because when I'm watching your content, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I can really connect with her.
Yes.
It's not like I'm viewing somebody that is a stranger that doesn't feel like I can reach you. Like I feel like I can reach you. Even though I know you personally, through the messages, I feel like I can reach you.
Yeah.
So Wellness Jawn, it takes a lot of confidence to get out there and do what you're doing on your platform. It takes a lot of transparency. Tell us about some of the setbacks that you've had to go through just to get through to everyone.
So I feel like once the platform started coming together and I put it, the brand is She's the Wellness Jawn.
Right.
I feel like I started to develop a little imposter syndrome. You know, it was like, okay, now I have to show up as I have to be the influencer. Let me follow the pathway. And then, you know, sometimes you put up content, 2 people watch it.
Right.
And then sometimes you put up content and it does what you want it to do. So I feel like sometimes the numbers didn't support when I'm like, I know this was a good message. I know I ate, I cooked, the editing was there, and I look good.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I know for a fact that this, you know, I showed up how I wanted to show up. So sometimes that would like discourage me from posting, or like, you know, I would be so defeated.
Right.
So I had to always just go back. And again, the reason that I started my platform is for me. So for me, I go back to the first post that I ever made, or I go back to videos in my phone, because I'm doing it for that girl that started all of those years ago. I'm doing it for me. So whether anybody likes it or not, I have to always remember, I'm showing up every day for Tajiah. I'm showing up for me.
Did y'all hear that?
Oh, that's right.
No matter who likes the post, no matter who gives you the applause, it's about you and what your goal is. So that's good. That's
Show
good
up for
information.
you.
Show up for
Every single
yourself.
day.
Love that. Love that.
Every single day.
Love that. So, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. I want to thank Taj, the wellness. I have to call you Tajiah.
Okay, thanks
let me
for the
go back.
respect.
Yeah.
Respect.
I would love to thank Tajiah, the Wellness Jawn, for coming on BosSIS today. You really gave us a lot of information and a lot of hope.
So, Taj, one of our favorite questions to ask our guests is, what makes you a boss sis?
Oh, period. I love this question. I would say every single day I show up for me intentionally. I show up, I do the work, and, you know, I'm living my life for me. And I feel like this is the greatest joy of my life. So.
Oh, you are so, just give me
Yeah.
a hug. I'm giving you a hug because I've had the pleasure of watching your growth. And just to see it right here, it is a different person, and it's really enlightening. And this is what happens when you do the work.
Yes.
So keep it up. Just keep encouraging us. Keep encouraging all of us, actually. So
And inspiring us too.
Yes.
Because I'm leaving this session feeling inspired.
for real.
Thank you.
Awesome.
My girl.
Well,
And-
with that being said, don't forget to
Stay boss, sis. And don't forget to follow the Wellness Jawn on all platforms. Love you.